From the dark and twisted minds of Chaos Garage, tasked to instruct and entertain, it is time to embark on another weird and fictitious journey. Set aside reality as you know it, and embrace a new ideology to confuse your logic and join the ranks of previous short stories exploring goblin flatulence and space-traveling stainless steel crustaceans. Clear your mind, and let us take a minute to postulate a fictional chain of events and construct a scenario to tug at the strings of your existence. While whimsical and mildly amusing on the surface, I ask that you forgo your concept of reality and momentarily exist as part of this farcical tale as your input is requested at its conclusion. You are a valued member of a future utopian society, unburdened by almost all inconvenient personal freedoms and choices. While this populace may seem militaristic in nature at first glance, you realize that this way of life is devoid of disease, famine, acts of aggression, and everything you've ever viewed negatively about the world. Everyday tasks and accomplishments are not dictated by a higher order like a god, but instead by a strong will and desire to act in an almost predeterministic, calculated fashion. Because, as you remember, worshiping a deity is a choice you're no longer able to conceive. That higher order, mystical in nature, is not sought after for solace or understanding, but simply left to exist, guiding every conception and volition of members whose last choice was to join. Your convictions and ideals led you to voluntarily become part of this society, seeking a simpler, effective, and productive style of life, without worry for the well-being of yourself or your fellow man. While we've only just scratched the surface, and with much to be explored about this way of life, I digress to focus on the objective of this playful anecdote, and to let your imagination wonder about other specificities related to this paracosm. In this new reality, the need to consume sustenance still exists, since you are, however, human, and it would be ludicrous and self-destructive not to satiate your primal need for sustaining life. To alleviate this burden, at regular intervals, you consume this paste-like substance which has no taste or smell. While having the consistency of toothpaste, this substance has one singular goal of providing the absolute correct amount of nourishment needed to exist and flourish. However, having a previous life, and to keep the mind sharp, the powers that be determine that once a week you may indulge in a singular food item of your choice. As to not overcomplicate this monumental decision, since they are few and far between in this life, upon entry you must decide, knowing you cannot share with others or change this decision. Well, my friends, I hope you've enjoyed this short aberration thus far, but the time has arrived for this storied iteration to end and your participation to begin. In the expanse below, referred to as the comments section, I implore you to entertain us with your arduously obtained verdict for choice of indulgence. Should you so desire to additionally expound on other facets and realizations of this world, now deeply ingrained into your psyche, please do so, that others like you may judge your life decisions. I know I will.